All right, good morning, y'all. This is Derek Bump, said whatever you know me as, coming to you live. So I'm gonna take a quick second to knock out some training real quick for you guys. Do this little section here. 'Cause I think marketplace is one of the biggest underutilized portions of Facebook, or really just of any salesperson's marketing strategy, when it should be one of the main ones, right? Of course, use a personal profile. Of course, have a business page. Those are duh, right? But what should be the most obvious is the fact that because we sell shit, you know what I'm saying? We have up there. I ain't doing this. I start over because I cursed. What's up?
I'm looking for that damn. Yeah, probably left the key in the car. Looking for that key.
Oh, nope. It should be out there.
I know. I'm saying. I think he left it in the car.
Oh shit. All right.
500.
Oh, so what's up, y'all? This is your boy Derek Bump said, coming to you live. We got part 2 of the training coming up now. This is gonna be marketplace for beginners. So real quick, as we kind of go into the different pieces of like our marketing strategy, right? The main one, or the one that makes the most sense for a lot of salespeople, is basically to do marketplace. You know what I'm saying? I sell stuff, you sell stuff, right? And that's where folks go to buy things, is on the marketplace. So what I think is underutilized now is folks really don't realize how much power, you know what I'm saying, you get from actual, from marketplace, or how many leads you can get from marketplace, right? I got a salesperson right now with no ad spend whatsoever is waking up to 50, 60, you know what I'm saying, different people. I'm on a daily basis reaching out to them. I know I got a couple of folks in the group here who can attest to that, you know what I'm saying, from their own personal stuff. There are folks who've been trained from me in the past, right? So I'm going to focus on how to generate opportunities exclusively for subprime through this go. And of course, as we, you know what I'm saying, as I do more of these, of course, we'll kind of open it up to folks at the franchise or prime dealerships to generate the same type of traffic. But let's get into it. So let's go in the marketplace itself. Okay. So right off the bat, wrong one. There we go. This is what I mean. So right off the bat, you know what I'm saying, on marketplace. So when a person, and that's going to look a little different on your phones, obviously. But what a person typically sees when they come in the marketplace is this right here. I'm saying a lot of, basically, products for sale and shit, right? But let's break down, I'm saying, how we ourselves are going to get the most out of our post, right? So let's take this one, for example. This post right here is a car, right? So what can we see about it? I'm saying, obviously the picture, okay, picture. Next is going to be of course, the price, and then kind of a quick title, of course, where it's located. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Now, why is it so critical? Because at all these posts right here, right, if I'm going to click on something, that's what's going to do it for me. Mainly, it's going to be the picture. It's going to draw me in, to get me to click, right? And of course, the pricing as well, and a quick title. So that's all the real estate that I've got to gather somebody to get, like, basically capture somebody's attention. Listen, that's it. So what does that mean for us as salespeople posting on Facebook? My picture's got to be top notch. My price has got to be, competitive, and my title's got to be alluring as well, provocative, right? So let's see if there are any actual good ones. I don't really see any that catch my eye, to be perfect on. Ooh, nice. Boom. I know who posted that one. This is one of my trainees' old posts right here. I guarantee it. Who is this? Yep, look at Josh. So, you know what I'm saying? Breaking down kind of what this is, right? So he's got 2020 Nissan Altima 2.5 SR. Sedan, boom. Okay. So I don't suggest posting this way. I'm actually show you guys how I suggest posting just a bit. But basically, you know what I'm saying, what's going to catch you, like the 3 things we want to make sure that we're focused on are going to be the picture, you know what I'm saying, the title, and of course the pricing of the vehicle, right? Let's go back to slides. Of the pictures, right, you know what I'm saying, out of these photos right here, you know what I'm saying, focus on the picture first. Which one do you think is going to be the most enticing and get me the most opportunities? You know what I'm saying, pick one out of the top, pick one out of the bottom. Obviously, I can't see you guys, but you know what I'm saying? Good luck, good luck. What's up, man? How you doing? That's it, soaking us up. We in here. So, right here, you know what I'm saying? The one that's really going to get the people's attention is going to be right here. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? And then what else? Anybody give somebody else a chance to pick one? Oh, we got a new admin going. Let's get it. All right, so number 2 will probably be this one right here. Okay. So what about these? You know what I'm saying? What about these? This one and this one is more attractive than the other ones. Well, the Audi might draw a little bit just because it's an Audi, but what if it's not an Audi? You know what I'm saying? What's going to draw you to that picture? Because this right here is just a Ford Fiesta or a Ford Focus, one of those two. This is a Chrysler 200. The difference, or what's critical about these, is just the angle. These two cars, these two photos look amazing versus this one, this one, this one, and this one. Right? You know what I'm saying? These two really sell it. Especially this is a really nice photo. This one's not bad either. But it's really about just the angles. What I mean by the angles, the vast majority of people when they're bottom left, boom, okay. So you know what I'm saying, the vast majority of people when they're on you know what I'm saying, when they're taking photos of a vehicle, right? When they grab their camera, kind of highlight myself real quick, one second. The vast majority of people when they're taking pictures of a vehicle, they're gonna pretty much have their camera like right here, eye level, stand in front of the car, and they're gonna, boop, snap the photo like that, right? In reality, that's the most least flattering photo that you can take. That's pretty much gonna be this one right here. It's the least flattering. It makes it look bulbous, just it's not a hit. However, what you'll find is, you know what I'm saying, you can take something as mundane as a, Ford Fiesta or whatever this is, you know what I'm saying, kind of get down low, you know what I'm saying, off to the side and angle the camera up. It makes it a drastically different photo. That actually looks kind of dope, that bottom left one, right? This top right one does too, even though it's cut off a little bit. I was trying to cut off the old logo that I was in from the old company, but this one doesn't look bad either, but this one really shines. No filter, no nothing. It's literally just working angle. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it, working angle. So from the bottom left, you know what I'm saying, over to the kind of the, I won't say the bottom left, but go down to the bottom, right? Kind of angle your camera up, you know what I'm saying, off to the side a little bit, and it's a drastically different photo. And I welcome you guys to take, you know what I'm saying, here's some homework for you guys if you're going to do that thing, right? Go outside and I want you to take a regular picture, okay? Just a regular photo of a car. Boom, you know what I'm saying, like as you normally would, from the eye level angling down, and then for that same car, go off to the left and kind of angle up, right? Get down low and angle up. You'd be surprised the drastic difference it makes. It's huge. And again, why is that so critical to us as car salesmen? Because I have to be able to stand out. It's a whole bunch of stuff getting posted out there. What's going to make me the difference maker, what's going to get people interested, have them click on my specific post, is the photo itself. That's how we do it. Okay? Now, once they click on a post, you know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going to see the pricing and, of course, brief description. It goes through all this stuff right here. Guess what, guys? So here's the reality. I'm not going through clicking all this stuff. I'm not reading all this. What? No. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested. Boom. Buy now. Right? Well, I'm not buying that site, but find something a little different. But the typical customer journey is going to be, let's do this one, right? See something, I like it. I click, is it available? Is it available? Done and done. That's the typical customer journey. I saw something I liked, the price is right. Boom, is it available? And it sends a message to them. And I'm pretty much done. And for, you know what I'm saying, our purposes, honestly, that's all that we need them to do. Is basically just, raise their hand saying, hey, I'm in the market, I'm interested. Marketplace itself, the marketplace, the key to is the photo itself. Oh, she messed me back already. So there's a lot. I gotta within the training, and I'll kind of let you guys go back because I'm gonna keep it up in here for a while. Go back and kind of review these if you need to. Yeah, but the main thing is avoid shooting it at eye level and get down, you know what I'm saying, kind of low. Like this is this car is gonna be dope regardless, but look at how dope it looks when you get down low like that. Anyway, main thing is though, you know what I'm saying, that I want with that, I'm taking a dope photo. Now, key thing you'll notice that I do as well, and there's been some changes here recently, but a lot of times when I post, what I like to do is, where is it? Comments. Here we go. A lot of times when I post, what I like to do is make sure that I have my contact information as well on there. I'm saying, so it'll be like, text me Derek Bumper. Text Derek Bumper, and here's my phone number. Why am I looking to do that? You know what I'm saying? Because if anybody who's been on Marketplace for, for a significant amount of time, what's up?
You got a charger? It's charger.
You care, check. I ain't got a charger. Anybody who's been on Facebook Marketplace working for the longest, for any amount of time knows that it's so difficult to really just get the phone number. You know what I'm saying? Like the people hold on to like their social. So if I can put my phone number out there up front on the photo, right? Then you know what I'm saying, I would love to wake up with like, at least like 2 or 3 text messages saying, hey, I saw this car on Marketplace, I'm interested. That's it all day because it's cut through the BS, right? Then it's a simple thing of just, hey, you know what I'm saying, what's your number? I'm sorry, what's your name? Rather, okay, cool. Because I've already done the hard part. That's the hardest part on Facebook Marketplace. All right. Get past this stuff. But again, that's the main reason why you want to have a call to action on your photos right there. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I want to wake up to. Hey, I got your number off the marketplace on FB. I'm interested in the 2016 Chevy Impala. Is it still available? Boom, that's a hit all day. You know what I'm saying? I want this. I want to wake up to multiple of these every single day, right? So the how that we post the marketplace, guys, that most people as well, that's not really in the slides, but most people when they post go to do a vehicle, right? So it's kind of break through and go through. And it's going to look a little different on your phones, but we're on computers or whatever. I have to put an actual type of vehicle, put photos, obviously, where I'm located, the year, the make, the model. Let's do something regular. Ford. Now on the phone is going to make me do all this stuff too, right? I got to put in the mileage. Got to put in the price. And based off of the I got any photos here. Get out of my dreams. Boom. As I go through, it's asking me a crap ton of information, right? I'm just kind of throwing stuff in here. But what's going to happen is as I put the information in it before it let me post, they'll basically tell me how far within ranges I am of that. You know what I'm saying? They partner with Kelley Blue Book to basically say, hey, this vehicle should be priced between this place and this place for it to be fair. And if it's too high, you know what I'm saying, then and again, is Kelley Blue Book updated to what the current market is showing? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even one that has a guess on that. But someone said, yeah, clicking is this available is like reflex. They don't care. Average person forgets that they did that like 2 minutes after they did. Bro, it's huge. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, speed to lead is something that's huge. Like basically, you have to stay on top of, you know what I'm saying, these customers that you generate. It's got to be quick. You know what I'm saying? There's no downtime. There's no off time. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to get the vast majority of these messages after hours. So you got to be on point with it 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on point. You never stop. I always tell my rookies when they get into the business, look, your job as a salesperson, you know what I'm saying, if you're not actively sitting in front of someone, is to get in front of someone. And that never stops. You're always prospecting, always looking for opportunities. Make sense? But yeah, it's nuts. So anyway, as soon as you put in all the information, it's going to basically have a range that it falls within. And if your price that you have on your vehicle is too far outside of that, what they consider, well, it's actually private party value. So if it's too far outside of that, then it's not going to show it to as many people, which is nuts, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't, as soon as it hits contact, hey, boom, all day, speed to lead. We'll get into that in just a bit though. But as soon as it hits, you know what I'm saying, basically as soon as the you know what I'm saying, put all the information, it's going to basically put out this price here. If you're outside of those bounds with basically private party value, which you're not going to be because you're at a dealership, right? It's going to not show it to many people. Show it to as many people. Not to mention, I have to put in all this information. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm of the mindset that I want to put as little information as I possibly can and get the most return out of it as possible. So how do I do that? I don't mark it as a vehicle. Because you know what I'm saying, it's gonna ask me all this shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that whatsoever. So instead, what I do is I mark it as items for sale, right? So let's do one real quick. I'm not sure what this is. Now here's the key thing. And I just got some random photos. This is for a trade-in, so this isn't how I take photos actually. I just took pictures of a trade to send off. We're taking it on trade. So what I do is again get down low, angle up. Now when I post photos of a vehicle, typically I'm only doing 3. Okay. I'm gonna do one from the front, working those angles. Do one from the back of the vehicle, working those angles, and then I'm gonna do a quick shot of the interior. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit in the back seat and take a quick shot of, from the back seat facing forward. Why am I looking to do that? You know what I'm saying? Or rather, why am I only posting three videos, 3 pictures? Feel free to kind of respond in the comments there. I'll explain it. But I want people to look and be like, oh, I'm saying, oh, I wonder how many miles it got. Who does it have this feature? Who does it have this? I want those questions. I'm purposefully being vague so I can generate as many questions as possible. Because guess what? If you're in my inbox asking me questions, that can turn into me getting your phone number. That can turn into me setting, get on the phone with you. That can turn into an appointment. That can turn into a showing appointment. That can turn into a sale, right? Key thing is when we're in the inbox, guys, on Facebook is a huge thing. If you're taking notes, write this down. The only purpose of me when I'm talking to someone on the inbox is to get a phone number. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. I'm not trying to set the appointment. I'm not trying to sell the car. I'm just trying to get the phone number. That's it. So again, whatever I have to post out there to get that phone number, I'll figure out the rest of the stuff later on. I just need a phone number right now. So I can call and have somebody to call and talk to. Does that make sense? But again, front, back, interior, that's it. I'm not showing, I'm having the vehicle off. I'm not showing any displays, any mileage, any of that stuff, because again, I want the questions. That first photo is going to seal the deal for me anyway. That's what's going to get them excited. You just want to know about it, right? I think in the Internet of Things, we kind of got what's in it for me, baiting to draw interest in. This is exactly it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if this says it doesn't show the name, but no, this is exactly correct. You know what I'm saying? Exactly it right here. I want to bait them in basically and get as many questions as I possibly can. Now, from there, you know what I'm saying, as I, you know what I'm saying, once I got them in, well, let me text them back. Again, 3 photos, front, back, interior. From there, we're going to move over to the title. You know what I'm saying? Now, most people are going to do the, year, make, and model. This is probably like a 2000 and what else, like 17 Honda Accord. I don't know, right? And that's what the most people do, and that's fine. You can do that. But again, they can see it's a Honda Accord. They may not know the year, but they can see, they got a general idea of what it is, right? What I instead want to do is I want to post something that's more program specific. If you provide too much information, they'll figure they know the car and continue shopping. Boom. Unless they have to have yours and only yours, which, let's face it, they're looking at other stuff. They are. Absolutely. Wherever you are, bro, you're on point with it. On point with it. So, you know what I'm saying? In regards to the price, in regards to the title, I try to put something specific to my program. For example, guys, y'all know that I'm in subprime financing, right? So understanding that my thing, like my pain point that I really sell, it's not really the cars, it's the program. You know what I'm saying? It's the ability for us to approve you, even though you've got a repo here and a repo there and some other crazy stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we sell. So understanding that, I make my title speak to that, while also staying away from keywords such as credit, finance, those trigger words that Facebook is gonna, find and basically kick my post out, right? So I like to use emojis a lot of time. I'm not on a phone, so I can't really do it, but I'll just put something along the lines of, you know what I'm saying? You work, you ride. You work, you ride. To 500 down. I need the. Let me see if I can get the emoji real quick. Because emoji. Actually, not emoji. Hopefully, let me do this. Hey, boom! I got my emojis. All right. So okay, boom. So I got my little emojis in there. I'm happy with that. All right. So, what is it? So the pricing wise, and again, you know what I'm saying, because of the market, I'm not really keen to post pricing. And I know a lot of dealership groups have issues with you posting pricing of vehicles anyway. Like I know there was one, I was in training at this Nissan dealership not too long ago, and they were talking about how, it's against our employee handbook. It's an employee handbook. We can't post pricing. I'm with that 100%, right? Main reason being is because I don't want to discuss price over Facebook anyway. My whole thing is to basically find the person who's interested in this vehicle and then work them from there. Does that make sense? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to put something like 500, you know what I'm saying, 750, somewhere along those lines. You know what I'm saying? The reason why am I doing that? Now, for me, right, my methodology for who I'm trying to attract is this. I want those with less than stellar credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for those people. So when those people with less than stellar credit, typically what they'll do is they'll search for, they'll search for basically someone, they're looking for a cash car because they've been to the Honda store, they've been to the Nissan, the Kia, the whatever, right? They've been to the dealership and got the runaround, all day, been told that, oh man, you need, $5,000 down to put on this, Toyota Prius, right? So now they've got some money in their pocket. They know they got to put something down. So maybe they saved up or whatever. They've got money in their pocket. They know their situation. And they're out there looking for a car that's decent to buy cash because they know that with what they have, they can't do it. My program, on the other hand, is perfect for them, right? So when I put in, you know what I'm saying? So I put 750 in there because that's what they're looking for. Looking for a cash car. Realistically, guys, anybody that's looking for a cash car, something like $2,000, you know what I'm saying? We're really under like probably 3 nowadays, right? 3 or 4. Like, if you look for a cash car that's that cheap, bro, you know that thing's not gonna last. What you get, like what, maybe 5-6 months out of the thing, right? So when I put in this 750 to 1,000, you know what I'm saying, price point, that's exactly what I'm reaching out to. I'm trying to find those folks. They're gonna see this, see it, and then now I can start the conversation to really get them going. What category am I gonna do? It's gonna be miscellaneous, condition, Gonna be used like new. Description, I don't go super deep in the description because realistically, guys, who's gonna read that stuff? Like I see a lot of salespeople be, they basically break down their program if they're in subprime, list all this crazy stuff. Guys, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Again, our whole purpose right here is to get names and numbers. And what I don't want you to do is put something in your description that would make someone look at your post and be like, oh, I don't qualify for that. Because raise your hand in here if you're the bank. Are you? No. Nobody in here on this live is the bank, unless I got some. I let in a couple of people the other day from different platforms. I'm not sure, but the vast majority of you guys are not making approval decisions on loan applications, right? So understanding that, bro, just get them in the door. You know what I'm saying? Except get as many people as you possibly can. There's some going to be on some BS, sure. Some going to be real, sure, but whatever. Right? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You want as many people as possible. It's a numbers game, right? So I typically just put in my description, text me 228-546-1901. Don't do any product tags, no SKUs, nothing like that. And then I hit next. Now, here's going to be the critical piece. Okay, of course, I put the location. Something I want you guys to do quite often as you're posting is this where folks will typically post like, cool, I'm in Marietta, Georgia, right? So I just posted Marietta. No. Switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up, because when people are on Marketplace scrolling, right? They're Marketplace scrolling. Typically, they're only going to be showing stuff that's within a 15-mile radius of, you know what I'm saying, where they stay. You know what I'm saying? Where they're looking at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But more often than not, when you're really deep, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook, a lot of times you're at the crib chilling in the house, right? So, you know what I'm saying, you want to constantly switch this up. Not just have it in Marietta. Put it in. For me out here, that means, posting some in Austell, posting some in, Atlanta, posting some in, I don't know, what's the other place? Carrollton, Georgia, Villa Rica, Georgia, right? I'm basically mixing up my posts to be in different areas so that I touch different pools of people. Does that make sense? Private selling auto traded last week. Went to 3,900 for a smashed up Focus that doesn't run or drive. Not saying he'll get it, but he thinks he can. Wow. So again, these prices are nuts. that's crazy. All right, so boom. But yeah, I'm constantly switching up the where, right? I'm constantly switching up where I'm posting these. So I touch different pools of people. And then from here, the most important piece, in my opinion, is, well, I'll say one of the more important pieces is these groups. Guys, look at how many members are in these groups. I'm not in a lot of them because this is more of a content page that I created on accident, but whatever. So let's see. 12, there's 13,000 in this one, 16,000 in this one, 62,000 in this group, another 13,000, 25, 14, 26. Guys, if I just pick basically off of these numbers here, the 20, 13, some change. If I pick out 5 to 10 groups, I'm quickly in front of probably 200,000 people. Now, what does that mean why is that so uncritical? One, it should be common sense. Bro, that's 200,000 folks, right? But here's the numbers of why that's so important. There's something called the 1% rule. If you're taking notes, write this down, right? The 1% rule basically states that at any given time, 1% of the population is in the market for a vehicle. All right, at any given time, 1% of the population is in the market for a vehicle. That means if I'm in front of 200,000 people, if I'm posting this is just one post, right? You know what I'm saying? If I'm in front of 200,000 people, that means that basically 2,000 are actively searching, looking in the market for a vehicle. Now, I don't know about you guys or what your payment plan is, but realistically, how many cars do you need to sell for you to achieve the things that you want? You know what I'm saying? What's your number, right? For me, that's $267,000. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly how many cars and how many trainings I got to sell. I got my whole thing broken down. But for you, what is that? And if you don't, most folks will be like, oh, I want to make 10,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? I want to make, 6 figures. That's bullshit. That's somebody else's number. That's not real, right? You know what I'm saying? How do you make it real for you? What you need to do, and this is going to be homework out there, guys, for the experienced and the rookie salespeople in here. What you need to do tonight is you need to go home, okay, and you need to think about where you want to be within the next 3 to 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Let's say 5 years from now, if you're firing on all cylinders, I'm killing it, I'm crushing shit, I'm doing my thing, I'm walking in the place that I'm supposed to be, right? What does that look like for you? I don't want you to get super granular, get specific. What I mean by it is, start off in the morning time, right? So you wake up in the morning, first thing, what are you wearing when you get out of bed? What do your sheets feel like, right? What does your room look like? You know what I'm saying? Is it super designed, or is it hippie? Is it whatever that looks like, right? Get super granular of what it is. I'm saying down to what you're eating for breakfast. If you're married, what your spouse look like, or what have you. You got kids, get super granular with it. Where are they going to school? If you got kids, what are you driving? What's in that garage? Or do you have a garage? You're in some luxury condo in the middle of Atlanta, right? Get super granular with that. And once you've got kind of this dream built out, right, of where you want to be, you want to turn it to a goal by, you know what I'm saying, making it real. Let's price this shit out. How much does this stuff cost? How much does a lease on a brand new BMW X6 cost for me specifically? Where do I need to have my credit at? You know what I'm saying? Like, get super granular and make it real. Once you got that number for how much these things cost that you want, right? And so this lifestyle that you want to provide yourself because you fucking deserve it, right? Once you got that situated, then divide that by, you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Divide that by, I'm sorry, multiply it times 12 or whatever. You know however much you need to pay for it on a monthly basis. And then, okay, cool. That's how much you need to make on a monthly basis. And if you're a manager, you know how to do this already, basically figure out how many cars you sell. But if you're a salesperson, go to your manager and be like, all right, so this is the number that I want to make a month right here. This is the minimum. This one, that's my goal right here. How many cars based off of what I've done the last month or 2 months or however long you've been there? You know what I'm saying? How many cars do I need to sell to get to this number? And then let's get even more granular. Okay, cool. So I got that many, do that many cars. How many, you know what I'm saying, shown appointments do I need to have to hit this number? And then from there, how many set appointments do I need to have to hit the shown appointments to hit the number of cars to hit the money that I want to make? Then, you know what I'm saying, going any further, how many phone calls do I need to make to da 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 da? Does that make sense? You're basically able to track into exactly where you want to be. That's the key. All right, guys. So that's kind of an introduction in the marketplace. One last thing, of course, you know, as you're posting the marketplace, guys, make sure that you're varying up the groups. You want to spam the same 5 or 10 groups from your phone. You can post to, there we go. From your phone, guys, you can post to roughly, I think it's like 20 groups at a time, but you want to switch those up. Like, you know what I'm saying? On a minimum, my suggestion is that you be in a minimum of 120 groups. Now, you may be asking like, oh my God, that's a lot. No, it's not. It's really not when you think about, you know what I'm saying, like all the groups that are out there. If you type in, like, basically, for example, I'm in the Atlanta area, but even in places like Dothan, Alabama, which isn't as big, right? Type in Dothan, Alabama, buy, sell, trade, or whatever your city is, right? And your city, buy, sell, trade. It's going to pull up a shit ton of groups right there. Add them all. Okay? Look at the neighboring city, buy, sell, trade. You know what I'm saying? The city over there, buy, sell, trade. Every city, county, municipality, what have you, within the 50-mile radius of every dealership, and maybe you stretch it out too a little bit. If you're deep out there in the sticks, 100-mile radius, right? You know what I'm saying? Buy, sell, trade. Search those and just start adding. You want to constantly push as many people as you can, you know what I'm saying, in those groups. I'm sorry, you want to post as many cars you can in those groups while switching up. If you do, like, let's say I hit this group set on Monday, I'm not really going to touch them until maybe Wednesday. Right? But the only reason why you can do that and consistently post is you should post at a maximum of 3 times a day, no more, no less, or she'll get banned and shit. But because you're switching to so many different groups and everything, you have so many groups to post in, you're constantly hitting fresh people every couple of days. And you have to worry about getting kicked. All right, guys, that's been my presentation. You know what I'm saying, on this portion here. I'll be doing a little bit more of these, but let me know if you have any questions, concerns, and let's get to it.